Hello, my friends. So, this is a birthday reading for those born on this date, August the 8th. This is a four-card pull, a general energy card for the year, a challenge you might face this year, an action you can take this year to stay in balance, and an outcome or a synopsis card of what is this really all about and where might it lead you to. So, what is the general energy of the year is the unseen. And what does this say except that there's lots of sacred guidance available for you this year. There is a lot of things that will be pushing at your consciousness to get you to see them, and you're able to see them if you allow yourself to experience the unseen. And maybe that comes in little blips of visuals, little understandings of scenarios, little deja vus that come to you. Maybe it comes from hearing voices that are speaking to you loudly and clearly, but oftentimes get kind of pushed aside, whether you're afraid of them or you're unaware of them or you're just dismissing them out of some kind of own mind trick. Maybe they're coming in through your sense of taste, and taste often revisits old places that you've been in your life or in other lives, and brings up memories and brings up occasions that you might have some kind of connection to that could be traumatic or pleasant, but maybe it's coming to talk to you. Maybe it's through the sense of smell, which does the same thing. It remembers, smell remembers and connects us to the deepest levels of things. And we can also smell in a lot of ways what somebody else is presenting to us. It's a strong sense of understanding emotionally what somebody else might not be saying to us, and what kind of energies they might really be showing to us. And maybe it's in the physical body knowing of, that animal, that gut instinct, that animal instinct, that deep in the body knowing that says this doesn't feel right and I should not go in this path, or this does feel right and I should listen to this instruction that my body has to give. All of these are ways that we experience the unseen. And this is a year of saying, do you believe in the unseen? Can you welcome the unseen? Can you witness the unseen in whatever way the unseen is trying to show you something that may help you? And can you trust that the unseen is there for you in order for you to do your most effective healing for yourself and for others? So the challenge this year for you is the Ace of Discs. And I think that's the Ace of Discs challenge is to, on the deepest level, feel like you have a right to be in this body, that you have a right to have a life and live your life and walk your life and exercise your life and collect to you the resources and understand them about your life, and collect to you the things and the peoples that come to you to help you to heal and to grow, and what you do with your sense of prosperity. So your challenge is to feel like, A, that you have a right to be in a body, B, possibly that you have a right to act the way that you wish to act in your physical body. See that you have a body that's willing to do the things that you really want it to do. And D, that the world supports you to even go ahead and try something. And there might be this challenge to feel like you can, that you have a right to do what your body wants to do. Maybe it's the work that your hands want to do. Maybe it's the things that you want to be physically involved in doing. Something might feel like it's blocking you, and you have to look to say, is that my own belief systems, or is that someone or something outside of myself that is keeping me from doing that? And in that regard, maybe that's happening from outside of you because you need to step in a new direction. But more than likely, this is a card about you and how you see yourself and what you think you have the right to do, and whether you have the right to do that in while in this particular physical body that you hold. So, what is the action you can take is the snake. And the snake is all about shedding skins that no longer serve you, shedding belief systems that no longer work for you, things that you have outgrown. You know, we are innocent when we are young. We taste and touch things that might burn us, and we learn to understand, oh, if I touch that, I will get burnt. And we learn how to avoid those things. And the same throughout our life. We collect a lot of negative belief systems about ourselves from others, but also from ourselves. But oftentimes we take on other people's belief systems about ourselves and say, well, that's the truth. Why? We can shed those old truths. We can either grow to love ourselves and accept ourselves as we are, or we can say, well, that's not my truth. That's not my divinity, and that's not my belief anymore. And I am willing to let go of a belief that doesn't serve me any longer. And I'm willing to let go of a pain that keeps me down and doesn't allow me to thrive and grow. And I'm willing to let go of things that have blocked my heart from being loving to myself and to others, and that things that have caused me to not feel like I'm allowed to have my emotions, and that I'm allowed to have my pleasures, that I'm allowed to have my experiences of being in human form and experiencing them as deeply as I possibly can. So the snake says this is all available to you to look at, to grow through, to cleanse your energy with. You know, the cobras for Hinduism is that sacred place of understanding that we are asleep at our root, and once we start to wake up and allow ourselves to really be in our physical forms and allow ourselves to live and dance on this earth, then our consciousness starts to rise, and it starts to rise like a sacred snake that wants to come up like the cobra with a giant hood that will connect us into our spiritual natures, into our spiritual realms, and thereby the snake represents healing old poisons that we've taken into ourselves, transmuting our poisons to grace, transmuting our poisons to understanding, transmuting our poisons to recognition that they are the evolution of us, but the revolution of humankind, and that we're not only here for us, but we're here to heal humanity, but we can only do that on our own, in our own bodies, and we can't heal anybody else unless somebody else chooses to be healed. But until we choose to be healed, and I think that's what this card says, this is a year to choose to be healed, to not let yourself be stopped by beliefs that really don't support you any longer, to let go of them, to build good boundaries, to let go of old restrictions, to open yourself to your intuition as well as your analysis, to open yourself to your root of survival as well as your sacred influences that pour into you, to open yourself to your creativity, your co-creativity that creates with consciousness, with creator, however you want to see it, joining with you to dance in something bigger and brighter and more rewarding than staying in our own limited beliefs about ourselves as individuals, as abandoned, as shut off, as unworthy, as beings that don't matter, because we do matter, and each of us matters. And this is a year to choose to matter to yourself. Choose to matter to yourself and let go of old shit that doesn't serve you anymore. Blessed be, that's a great and powerful place, especially to use the unseen, and to use the unseen to show you messages, to give you understandings, to light your path in ways that maybe you've never seen before, to recognize soul connections and karmic connections through your smell, through your taste, through your gut energies, to recognize where you can feel safe deeply, and to recognize when you need to be aware in the right time, in the right space, to protect yourself, because sometimes we do need to protect ourselves, but most of the time we give ourselves away to our fears. So that is really kind of what this all is all about, becoming in our physical form and learning how to, last card, soul card synopsis, learning how to allow ourselves to sing, allow ourselves to be part of nature, allow ourselves to rejoice in our voice of communion, our voice of creation, our voice that states, I am physical, I am alive, I have a right to be here, I have a right to have my voice, I have a right to love how and who and where, what I wish to love, I have a right to be empowered, impassioned, to have my intuition, to have my mind, and to see things progressively more and more beneficial as humanity progresses through our little trail of tears and lines of truth, hope,